So we're in Central Harlem today at the Schomburg Center. This is where the 5th annual Black Comic Book Festival is taking place. We're gonna go meet up with Ronald Wimberly, who's an artist who's revealing his newest work today called Black History in Its Own Words. It's a collection of framed portraiture and quotes from famous figures in Black history. Okay, so I've never actually been to a comic book festival before, like ever. It's kind of something you don't see that often. A lot of Black main characters, Black superheroes. There's like one superhero Netflix show on right now called Luke Cage. But other than that, it's not really primarily featured. So it's pretty impressive to see it all in one place at one time. I think that's Ron. How's it going, Ron?
What's happening?
Nice to meet you. I'm Baron.
Ronald, Baron?
You're coming out with a new comic for February, yes, for Black History Month.
Yeah, it's a comic. It's kind of like a picture book. I started out doing for the Nib. They asked me to do illustrations of quotes, Black folk luminaries, right? I got to pick them. Like I got people you probably haven't heard of and people you definitely heard of, Nina Simone, Muhammad Ali. I just loved all of them because it gave me an opportunity to really meditate on the images and also put care into just drawing these figures that I felt deserved the attention.
So this Grace Jones, I actually had a tough time drawing because she's got that really cold look on her face. But also there's a little bit of play in the eyes. And then I was like, am I gonna give her a sneer or something? But I decided to go with the Paul Good photo of that exactly. I didn't have people growing up who did art professionally. I didn't know what it meant to do that. It just, I drew better than everyone else from where I was from. I'm from Chocolate City, you know, like DC was, you know, I spent the first portion of my life just surrounded by Black people. Biggie Smalls was like, either you're slanging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. And then drawing like that, it was like, oh shit, there's a lane for me to do my art and it's comics. And I kind of was like, okay, I want to do that.
When you were a kid in the 90s reading comic books, did it ever enter your mind the idea of race and maybe why there weren't as many Black characters as there were white characters?
I was disappointed. Like there was this one comic and it had this character from G.I. Joe in it. And then in the comic, they take off, Snake Eyes is the name of the character. They took off his mask. And it was a blonde dude with blue eyes. I was like, what the fuck? You know, he was cool, so I thought it could be like a Black dude or something, right? But I just felt very disappointed.
Yeah, what's the definition of a Black comic book?
Okay, so not to get too heady, but like the reduction of a group of people from like lots of different types of places, different walks of the earth, under Blackness is really about the perception of like whiteness, right? That's othering. So if you're Nigerian and you make a comic, like, is that a Black comic? That has more to do with like that sort of branding, that reduction that exists within like a white supremacist structure. So I don't know what Black comics is. I'm just glad when cats get together, it's a safe space, you know?
I get a little bit cloistered. I'm in my studio and stuff. Then you come out and you see people and you see faces. You see everybody's trying to tell their story and pursue the dream of creating work and connecting with people. And it's community. It's important and it's nourishing.